Crankbrothers think they have made the first tuned set of carbon wheels. Carbon wheels are a relatively tricky proposition sometimes with mountain biking. Occasionally you get wheels that are really stiff. They can feel quite harsh, but they're very accurate. The other side of that though is that you sometimes get wheels that are quite soft, more compliant, but maybe don't have sort of the snap out of a corner that you might wish for. So Crankbrothers have got two of the world's leading carbon wheel specialists in to develop a new set of wheels. Down in Utah, there's a small development facility called SR56. This is headed up by a guy called Jason Shears. He worked with Reynolds, he then effectively founded Envy, and now he's ended up in SR56 developing a range of products for the Wholesale Royale group. Now Envy are well known for being relatively stiff wheels, and that's kind of where Jason Shears has come from, the box section, very accurate wheels. He teamed up with a guy called Mello Baumeister. Now he had a small carbon wheel brand based out of Australia, and his wheels were made out of a single skin, so not a box section, and they were much softer, much more compliant. So after a lot of toing and froing, the two guys decided that they needed to build a set of wheels that had a softer front wheel and a stiffer rear wheel, and that is the synthesis pair of wheels. This is the E11 wheel set, the Enduro one, which come in at £1,500 in the UK. On the surface then, the main difference between the front and the rear wheel is that the front wheel has 28 spokes and the rear has 32. There's different spoke tensions in there as well, and the rear rim has a slightly stiffer build thanks to the materials used. There'll be an expensive one and there'll be a slightly cheaper one. Now the expensive one in the UK is £2,150, so it's a lot of money. For that you get a pair of hubs that are made by a small machine shop in the US called 321. Their rear hub is particularly interesting. It uses a magnetic free hub design, which is virtually silent and has an incredibly quick pickup. The cheaper wheels get a standard Crankbrothers hub and regular J-bend round spokes. Crankbrothers admit that there's no way of making a fail-safe carbon wheel. However, they say that the synthesis wheel has been designed to brake sort of slowly. So if you do break the wheel on a rock while you're riding, it shouldn't be a catastrophic collapse. So have Crankbrothers created the world's first tuned mountain bike carbon wheel set? I'm not so sure, but it is a very interesting proposition. I've ridden the wheels very briefly and I had no complaints. I rode some pretty rough stuff. So we have the wheels here in the BikeRadar office, and a few of us are going to spend some time on these wheels to see how they really perform out in the wild. Let us know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to like or subscribe.